Welcome to a new segment. It's called Topic Tuesdays. Today we're going to talk about Hagwon horror stories. And this is a little view at my balcony at my new place. Hopefully I'm going to show you a little apartment tour pretty soon. But right now I got to go to the laundromat. I got to put my laundry in the dryer. So please come with me. I'm going to introduce my friend. His name's Mike Durkee, and he's going to tell you his Hagwon horror story. He taught in Korea about 5 years ago at a couple kindergartens, and he had a little bad experience at his first school. Not everyone has bad experiences at Hagwons, actually. You just gotta pick and choose, filter out the bad ones, and stay with a good one. That's the short advice I can give to you right now. But let's let him tell his story, and let's take a look.
Hey guys, my name is Mike. I lived in South Korea from 2008 until like 2012. And I worked at several different schools. The schools that I worked at were all Hagwons, and my Hagwon horror story has to do with the first school that I was at. And the mistake that I made was I was kind of just blind going into the job because I lived here in the States. I applied, and then I just kind of went with the first school that took me. And I didn't do any research, didn't talk to any of the teachers that were already there to kind of get an idea of what the business was like. My assumption was that it's a school, they must have their stuff together, and nothing sketchy is going to happen, because generally here in the United States, schools aren't very sketchy. In South Korea, schools are small businesses, so they can be owned by anybody. The school that I was first at first started showing signs that they were sketchy, for lack of better words, was that we would get our paychecks mysteriously like a week late or like a couple days late. And on my first contract, my contract went for a year. That wasn't the way at first, and then it started going like that. We'd get like these late paychecks. We didn't know why. And then that same school, there was a director and there was a principal. And the principal sketched me out because one day he calls me into his office. And I barely know this guy. I'm not like really good friends with him or anything. I mean, he's the principal of the school, and I talk to him every day and everything, but we're not like really, really close. He calls me into his office and he asks me if I can lend him something like $800 or something like that, or $500. And I was like, no, you pay me, right? So that was a little bit of a red flag, but I didn't think anything of it. I went back and told my girlfriend at the time, or my fiance at the time, like, that was a little bit weird. And she's like, yeah, that was strange. And then nothing like that ever really happened again. And we still, like, every once in a while would get our paychecks a little bit late. The icing on the cake, like the real horrible part of this story, was when we left Korea, we had a pension. We actually left after the first year, and we came back, we got married, and moved to Hawaii, then went back to Korea. At the end of that first stint, we're supposed to get a pension. And the pension, I guess, comes from the government and goes to the school. Like, even now, I don't really know how it works. And the pension for us, it would have equaled something like $2,000 or something like that between my fiance, my now wife, and I. And we never got it. They kept saying that we would get it, on this day, then all of a sudden we were going to be leaving in like a week, and we never got it. And we never got anything back. And basically I just gave up because the school ended up, I believe, going out of business. So there was no way to get in contact with the director of the school, who like owed us the money. And we just were kind of out a couple $1,000s. So that's my Hagwon horror story. What I can say to other people about this is, before you go to Korea and you sign up to work at a private school, you sign this contract, ask to speak to the current teachers and ask them if they get paid on time. Ask them for their personal email, so just in case you're like on the phone and it is like a sketchy school or something like that, somebody's not listening in, to make sure they like say the right things. Do your research, ask to talk to the current teachers, see kind of what the vibe is like. And if something weirds you out, if something you're getting paid late, or your boss is asking you for money, look into what you can do about that. South Korea is a country with like a legal system just like the United States, and I'm pretty sure we could have done something about it and, I don't know, gotten out of there or made everything right in some way. That is my Hagwon horror story. With all of that said, with that big story of how we were out lots of money and we were asked to borrow money, we ended up returning to Korea because the good way outweighed the bad. Korea is, I think, my favorite country I've ever been to. A lot of it has to do with the fact that we lived there and it was home for us, but it is a beautiful place, and the good definitely weighs out the bad.
Mike's a real interesting guy. He's an artist. He makes YouTube videos, paintings, and you should check out his channel, his YouTube channel right now. He's got Instagram too. I'll link him in the description, and I'll give a little tag there. So check out his channel. And if you like this video, I'm going to be making more. So stick around, subscribe, give it a like if you like it as well. Right now I gotta head back home and grab my laundry bag. So I want you guys to have a nice day. I'll see you soon.